217 Recovery Podcast. How are you living?
Hey now.
9th.
How you doing?
Of November.
The whole 9th.
November 9th. What a day.
It's about to turn to the 10th. But we're going to talk about the 9th. It is a 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield.
I'm Ryan Beckman.
And I'm Chris Goss. How you doing?
And Chris, we were sitting here on...
I like it.
Well, you're not sitting on Ryan's bed.
I'm uncomfortable when I sit on his bed. I told him about that, so I brought in my own chair.
I still am comfortable. I am comfortable, so I'm sitting with
you
Ryan.
Look
very
comfortable.
comfortable.
You guys
bed.
look comfortable at the head of the bed. I'm down here at the feet, so let's just set that up for you.
Till I lay back. But no, we were sitting here, and we were about to start the podcast, and I was like, should we figure out what we're going to talk about tonight? And we all kind of were like,
Chris, you're a wacky character. Why don't you tell?
Well,
yeah, so
apparently so.
We decided it was going to be talk about Chris's day, and we're going to roast Chris. And then it was, no, we'll roast Chris's day. Because Chris, I think your day was pretty emotional. It was pretty up and down. You had a lot of roller coasters. Of course, Chris, you are in early recovery.
We'll call it.
You're trying to face life as it comes at you and to deal with it, the feelings that come at you. And why don't you tell us how the day started, Chris?
Well, the day started off when I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Just, had a rough, early morning?
Diarrhea? Or?
No.
Okay.
I've been pretty regular lately. But, so today, I discussed it a little bit. Today was my son's 17th birthday, and I'm not down there with him. And I wasn't able to even talk to him today, but, that's part of the point. He's been through it enough to know he knows too much. I said I'm going to get better, and so it was his birthday, and then I had to say goodbye to a friend, a final goodbye, an emotional day. We lost a friend from the river due to some issues that happened up here that involved mental illness and, relapse, and so... just things on top of things. But I did get up and I went for my morning run this morning. I still do that. Didn't let that affect my day. I get out and I listen to music and I jog through the hills. So it was fun. That part was fun. And then I went to hit a noon meeting. And, I'm still getting used to this place up here. I'm still trying to find the meeting that's going to fit me. But, I go to meetings because I got to get meetings in, because when you feel the way that you feel, it's good to, like I say, unzip, open up, let it all out, let it hit the floor. And, it was a very small meeting, not a lot of people there. And, you've heard that I wear sunglasses, and when I put the sunglasses on, I'm like the little kid in Big Daddy that, you can't see me. During my speaking spiel, whatever you want to call it, I put the sunglasses on because I began to get emotional. And this is, again, early recovery. This is life on life's terms. God, it sucks. But,
it's great.
It's
Feel
good.
the feels.
Yeah, that's the thing, you got to feel things. They keep telling me when I was in detox, you got to feel this one. You screwed up, And I spoke of it before, like the loss of a friend. When I was at a memorial, but this is after, so I'll get to the meeting again. Sorry about that.
Okay,
cigarettes, cigarettes, trying to stop those too. But just while talking and being emotional, I actually was told that. And in the beginning of the meeting, they do say, if you have any pressing issues in life, tell us. And I didn't raise my hand. I guess I should have. And, I'm a little long-winded. We know I can talk. We know I can say things. But as I was speaking, it was, I was told to stop, and everybody else needs a turn. Are you kidding
Shut it
me?
down.
Right. Sorry, they just got the look. But, I get it. Everybody needs to speak, but, I wasn't trying to be selfish and take up a bunch of time. But like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of people there, and the people that are there are usually always there at that same time, at that same place, on that same bat channel. So, I felt, and there was my buddy Dylan, who we were on the show with the other night. He was there, and he said, he had to bite his tongue a little bit, but, I get it. We're all there. We're there. What's said there stays there. What happens there is for there. But it pissed me off, and I walked out of there. There was a person. She's like, "Oh, well, I agree how you feel," and I was already one sleeve into the jacket. And she's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm getting out of here," And I didn't really care what anybody had to say. And Dylan texted me. He said, "Hey man, get some air. I'll meet you at the store. We'll go to the store. We'll get some groceries." Got some fresh fruit out of the deal, which was great, pineapples. But yeah, so I'm dealing with some things. I'm talking about these things. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying to get this crap off my chest. And they shut you down. Now, yeah.
Harsh.
Is this the same meeting that you went to and they're like, gotta talk?
Yeah.
Everybody's gotta talk. Someone's gotta say something.
You gotta say things. You gotta speak. And when I'm in treatment, and a lot of people don't say anything. These, some of these new kids, they're embarrassed or they're, gun shy about not saying anything. You gotta get this crap out, otherwise it's just gonna sit inside you, fester, and it's just gonna turn into a big pimple. And what happens when a pimple gets infected and gooey? It blows up, and when we blow up as addicts, that's
nice,
good.
but we're gonna cut you off. Ryan has some stuff that he wanted to talk about.
I had a decent day.
Cool.
Went to work.
I'm out of here.
Just kidding.
It's all in fun. It's all in friendly banter. Yeah. So, but I remember what it was. So I got out of there. But luckily, I had my buddy Dylan there in the meeting with me and walked out, went to some, retail therapy, a little grocery shopping.
So with the man, let's go back to the meeting here. Hold on. Before the retail therapy shopping.
Oh, well,
I'm sure you were still livid.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're not now.
No.
Stomping through there.
But it's not like you want to bash his face in or anything. But how did you feel? You feel obviously disrespected.
Right.
And you didn't express your opinion. Well, you did by walking out.
Right. Just.
But when he said that, you probably, because what is he like? How old is this man? 80, 90, 110?
I think he's about 104.
Okay. So maybe you kind of thought that whole grandfather, like, hey, grandpa tells me something, I need to shut up, or was he nice about it? Was it in a rude way? Like, did you
he
feel?
didn't say, "Hey, stupid, shut up." He was just like, I didn't really pay attention because when, it was just like, he's like, "Oh, Chris, we other people want to talk," and I kind of scanned the room, and like I said, there was 6 people. So, and whatever. I got it off my chest. I got it out. And, I was trying to wrap it up, but when I get passionate, I get angry, I get excited, I talk about things. And I wasn't excited, I was angry, and I was upset. For the past, however many years I've been away from my kid, now like I said, I'm getting better. I'm trying to get better. I'm not down there trying to get a fix. So I'm just trying to be a better person so I can be a better father eventually. And, if it takes for some guy to say, "Hey, you need to be quiet, let everybody else talk," for me to, work on this acceptance and think, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say
maybe it wasn't
what he was thinking.
Maybe it wasn't what he said. Maybe, because you said he didn't say it real mean.
I mean,
so
it felt like he was being mean to me.
And we never know what kind of day he was having. We don't know. Maybe someone come up to him in the meeting before and talked about the same thing, and he knew that what you were talking about might have been hurting them. Or maybe they came to him and said, "Hey, I really want to share this, and I just don't know." And maybe he knew that their story was long. I mean, we don't know.
There was 20 minutes left.
But I mean, we don't know what
Right.
was going on or why he did what he did. So you can't jump to conclusions and think, "Oh, that guy just cut me off because he's an a-hole."
It's jumps to conclusions, Matt.
Well, Ryan will tell you this too, that I am, what do they call me, the devil's advocate?
Yeah.
You'll learn this if you haven't already.
I already know.
Yeah, it's bad.
He likes the flip side of the coin.
No, well, I'm just saying, like, because sometimes you have to
see where they're coming from.
Yeah. Dale Carnegie, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Before he died, taught me that. In a book I read of his that he signed. Maybe could have been.
Can I see that book?
Forged. I gave it away.
Oh, such the nice guy.
Donated it.
To
Charity.
Charity.
You guys are so cute.
Thanks. That's what my mom says too.
She's lying.
Hey, Mom, she's listening, right? Ryan's sister's listening.
Hey guys,
Brooke,
how you
anyway.
doing?
Renee
Sorry,
might
I had
be,
a bad
right?
day.
Oh, she's gonna be.
Hi, Renee. How you doing, girl? Can't wait to meet you.
Yay!
Yeah, that's the one in California or Hawaii, the one that wanted to get far away.
me?
No, Brittany's the one that
Oh yeah, Brittany.
is in Minnesota.
Yeah,
know
Brittany.
what you're
She's Brittany. Just kidding,
Brittany
Brittany.
chick. I was gonna say the.
She's a
thing.
woman.
Yeah, but it's Brittany. It's Brittany Biscuit. You know the one girl
Brittany.
that shaved her head.
Yeah,
I
her
was
little
just
song.
being funny because I'm having a better day.
Yeah.
So
So your son's birthday, you had to say goodbye to a friend,
yeah,
and then you went shopping. Got some pineapple you mentioned
oh,
earlier.
it's delicious. Delicious
And,
pineapple.
Little food therapy.
You know, it was, but yeah. So the meeting went, and then the retail therapy with the food, the shopping. I didn't eat chocolate. I didn't drown my sorrows. But then at 2:00 shortly after that, we had I would say a wake or a remembrance for our friend Jonathan, and I didn't have to. I went because I wanted to. And we talked about him, the positive points of his life, what we remembered, and everybody brought up some wonderful things that they remembered from him. I remember the 2 weeks in the room with him talking. I remember. I didn't really specifically nail anything down because, quite honestly, there's a lot that me and him talked about. There's a lot that me and him discussed. There's a lot of bad things that we talked about, a lot of good things we talked about. He actually stayed up here. I met him my second trip up here. Sorry. I think. I don't remember. And, when I left, I actually came back 2 more times, and he stayed up here and was, working his program. But I wasn't reaching out to people and talking. And that's what we say, open up, reach out, and talk.
And the good. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I mean, I do mean to cut you off.
Of course you do. It happens all the time.
But there's certain things that we can do for people in those situations. And Ryan and I took it, and I suggested you take it too, the safe talk and then the suicide prevention class. Our friend Lisa Clavier, she is with Kirsten's Ride, a tragic story there, but in her words, she's doing something about it by helping other people. And in those signs, when you recognize the man, like Ryan and I've had to ask people probably 5, 6, 7 times, 8, 10, 11.
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear stuff now, I'm not afraid to ask.
No.
The questions that we're supposed to ask, and the first one is like, okay, role play again, Chris, and this
Okay.
is, like,
Can I be Tim?
yeah, all right, Tim, you're looking down today.
Yeah, maybe. I'm all right, though.
Well, Tim, you can talk to me about it.
What do you want to do today?
Oh my gosh, Chris, are you thinking about suicide?
No, man. I'm gonna actually go to work. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get a hold of you later.
Horrible role play.
Well,
You weren't saying the things, but no, like people will say,
No, I don't want to hang out. No, I'm just going to do this. I got something to do.
Yeah, you avoid the whole
They
thing.
avoid everybody. They avoid
but
things.
then when you ask that question,
They start missing obligations, work, or, get-togethers, that sort of thing. They just start to seclude, and they'll drop little hints about, what they're going to go do something, or, and you can just kind of pick up on their demeanor and the way they say something that's something funny going on.
Ryan, are you thinking about suicide? See, yeah, that's when you need to talk to him. Now, ask me, Chris, or Tim.
Thank you. Are you thinking about suicide?
What? No. If they what do you? No, like if they say something like that or give that kind of reaction, you're probably okay. I would still keep talking with them,
Right.
And one important thing is whatever they're going through it.
Right.
Nothing you're going to do unless you're. I'm not even going to go there tonight. I'm not going to make jokes about that. But there's nothing you can really do except listen and just hear him out. Well, Tim, had this guy. His name's Randy. And he's talking mad shit, and it was devastating. I mean, I know Randy talks shit about everybody, but I just